As we convene here, UAP are in our airspace, but they are grossly underreported. These sightings are not rare or isolated, they are routine. Military aircrew and commercial pilots, trained observers whose lives depend on accurate identification, are frequently witnessing these phenomena. Parts of our government are aware of more about UAP than they let on, but excessive classification practices keep crucial information hidden.
All right, unidentified aerial phenomena, what he was referring to, but the fact that it was Ryan Graves himself, a former Navy pilot, you don't mess around with these guys. They're not prone to like exaggeration or crazy thoughts. I carried a little bit of gravitas. I'm honored to have him with us right now. Ryan Graves, good to have you.
Happy to be here.
What was the reaction you got in general? In other words, you wanted to share this information. You wanted to get it out there. Congress is eager to get it. What did they say afterwards?
Well, it wasn't even what they said afterwards. It was even what they said during the hearing. I think it came out pretty clearly during the hearing that they didn't fully appreciate the national security and aviation safety implications of having unknown objects operating within our airspace.
Did they have any knowledge as well that, like I was surprised in listening to some of the exchanges where they don't have the power to go ahead and visit some of these facilities. And I thought to myself, well, these are U.S. congressmen and all that. So that was weird. Were you surprised by that?
Yeah, it certainly seemed like they did have difficulties getting some of the information. And information flow has been a big problem in this conversation. It's been siloed across different departments, different offices. There was a particular case that Representative Gates spoke about where he visited the base and actually had to speak with various pilots who told him they were having a hard time even reporting this safety information.
So let me ask you, you've been asked so many dumb questions here, and I'm going to extend that. But the one is this idea of what you saw and whether it was from out of this world or from our world, and it's just the sophisticated machinery or equipment or weapon systems that might, God knows, even be ours or China's or Russia's, but not from another civilization.
Here's what we know. We know that what we're seeing are demonstrating capabilities that are exceeding our own, both in how they're moving, their quickness, their way they jump different directions, the way they climb and descend. And the fact that they do this while staying airborne all day is not something that we have in our arsenal that I'm aware of. And this is a cause for concern because
but could it be, Ryan, and that's why I'm badgering this point. A lot of people say, well, these are secrets that he wasn't supposed to stumble upon, or a lot of his colleagues that did, but they're not from space. There are stuff, or China's stuff, or other countries' stuff. We just didn't know that they had this stuff, or maybe even we had this stuff.
Well, it's not about where they're from. I don't draw a conclusion about them being foreign assets or local assets,
right?
Or space assets. But the fact of the matter is we can't have these objects whizzing by our fighter aircraft at 50 feet in our working areas. That's not good if it's our own blue forces, and it's certainly not good if it's China.
All right, so others have identified seeing objects that could not have been, at least from what we've seen on this planet. Now, you didn't take that leap, but that was my interpretation of some others. The other issue that came up is whether there are aliens or creatures, whatever you want to call them, that were captured or died, and they're here. They're holed up in some of these facilities. Do you believe that?
Well, that was the essence of Mr. Grush's testimony today that he gave under oath. And I think it's important to remember that he was tasked specifically in order to investigate these types of claims as a member of the UAP task force. He was the person charged for looking for this information, and he's now testifying before Congress what he found.
Do you think, Ryan, they are still here? They're alive and well and still among us?
That's not an answer I have. I wish I knew.
But if they were, would that worry you, given the technology you discovered?
Well, I think we need to treat it just like any other issue for national security. We need to be able to identify unknowns. We need to be able to understand if it is an adversary. If it is something that doesn't fit a category of one of our adversaries, then I think we need to have the intellectual curiosity and integrity in order to look at this agnostically and not draw conclusions about where it could be from or what its intent is.
Have you gotten any brushback, or those who laugh at you or dismiss you or saying, oh, there goes Ryan again? What do you say?
Well, not really. This isn't a topic that I've been interested in before being exposed to it.
Right.
And I don't really draw any conclusions, again, about where these are from and add that cultural baggage to it. We're simply identifying an unknown, and we're looking to better understand it. I actually chair an engineering organization at the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics called the UAP Integration Committee, and we work to produce technical solutions for reporting and for detecting these objects that will then promulgate to industry. We've had scientific panels at the Aviation 23 conference last June, and we'll have another at the Ascend conference, the space conference in October. And so there are real solutions we can provide for this. We just need to look at the data earnestly and objectively.
Yeah, it was the way you presented yourself, and even the way you explained things just now, that added to your credibility. And I think gravitas. Ryan Graves, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.